Mrs. Bow rushes into the room, followed by Oscar and Anna.
What's the matter?
But I couldn't get out of it. I just couldn't. You weren't here, and I always get so nervous.
What are you talking about, Sabina?
The Tuppers will be joining us for dinner.
So what the problem?
They accepted, and then Mr. Tupper said they have 2 house guests, and if it would be all right because they love Martha Stewart. And I said it would, and now we're 16.
Sabina, how could you? If you called them, that would never have happened.
But you told Anna to call them, and then I had to talk to him, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Well, we'll make the best of it.
I already told you I don't want to stay.
One more word of you, Sabina, and I swear you will marry Patrick Phillips tonight.
Mrs. Bow, I don't think there would be enough food for 16.
You have to prepare it for 16. Take all the soup foods from the tins and serve them with a salad. Give them smaller portions for a main dish and serve chocolate tort with ice cream.
But I don't think we have salad, and there's definitely no ice cream.
Improvise. Do it.
Yes, Mrs. Bow. Don't talk to her like that.
Oh, shut up.
Anna runs out of the room and into the kitchen. Oscar is worried, Sabina is upset, and Mrs. Bow is barely breathing. They are all singing double when all of a sudden the telephone rings.
Telephone. Now what? Hello. Yes, this is Mrs. Bow. Jessica. Hello. How are you? You have a cold? The blizzard. Your husband's right. After all, he's a doctor. Yes, go to bed and rest. So sorry. Goodbye.
Sounds like good news.
Sabina, tell Anna not to worry anymore. We're back at 14.
Yes, Mother.
Sabina goes down to find Anna. Mrs. Bow and Oscar make a final check when the doorbell rings.
There's the doorbell. Please answer it, Oscar.
Yes, Mrs. Bow.
As Oscar heads to the front door, the telephone rings once again.
What is it now? Hello? Patrick Phillips. Yes, this is Mrs. Bow. You're what? You're in Boston right now? You can't make it into the city because of the blizzard. I see. No problem at all. Goodbye. Great. Now he's not going to make it.
Sabina returns into the dining room to find her mother pacing up and down furiously.
What happened?
Patrick Phillips isn't coming.
Really?
He's in Boston. He can't make it into the city because of the blizzard. He was supposed to be here, and now you're not going to meet him and sit next to him at the table, and now I don't know if you are going to have a chance like this again.
It is too dangerous to travel in this weather.
Now, who will tell in that hat that Martha Stewart had dinner with us?
Do I still have to stay?
Just go to bed.
It's not my fault that he can't make it.
Yes, it is. Just go to bed. Get out of here.
Oscar returns to the dining room with a worried look in his face.
That was Martin Morgan at the door. He's in the living room talking to Mr. Bow.
Morgan? But I told his man not to give him the message.
I don't think he received the second message. I heard him tell Mr. Bow how happy he was to receive your invitation.
That makes him 13, unless you don't want me to go to bed.
Of course I don't want you to go to bed. We're back at where we started, 14.
The telephone rings again.
Hello, Mrs. Tupper. Oh, it's no problem. 8 isn't a big number. There's room. You're not imposing. Please, it's all right. All of you can? Oh, hello? Hello? Now what do you think about that? Mrs. Tupper is angry with Mr. Tupper for telling you about the house guests. She's leaving their 2 young at home. Only 6 are coming. We're 12 after all.
Here we go again.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Oscar and Anna sense the storm that is about to land, quickly leave the room. Anna to the kitchen and Oscar to the living room. Mrs. Bow has had about enough and is ready to let it all out.
I'm going crazy and you won't shut up. I've been doing everything to have this dinner party and it's all blowing up in my face. You don't care. You think that all I do is waste time. Then you know what? I'm going to live for myself from here on. I'm going to be selfish and mean and bitter. I've had enough. You, Sabina, you really have crossed the line. Your father and I worked so hard, but all you do is complain.
I'm just afraid that one of these days you're going to forget about me and just think about parties and famous people and who I can marry. You're my mother and I love you, but sometimes you can be really awful.
I just want you to be happy.
I am happy. When my friends come over and you show us your book collection, or when you and I make pancakes on Sunday morning for Dad, I am happy when we go for a walk around the block in the afternoons and get bagels in the coffee shop. I wish simple things like this would make you happy, but it seems that you don't care anymore.
Of course I care. It's going to sound silly, but for me to get to do these parties and dinners are my way of showing everyone just how wonderful my family is. I'm so proud of your father and of you and of myself. Can't you understand?
I understand. Hey, do you want to make a deal?
What?
I'll be more sociable at your dinners and help out if you start being my mom, a real mom.
That sounds like a pretty good deal.
Oscar returns with the note in his hand and a big smile on his face.
Martha Stewart just arrived and she's having cocktails in the living room with Mr. Bow and the rest of the guests.
Did you hear that, Mom? Come on, let's go.
This note is for you, Mrs. Bow, from Mr. Phillips.
Patrick Phillips.
Yes, there's a couple in the hall and they gave me this note from Mr. Phillips for you.
Mrs. Bow reads the note and sees that the couple waiting in the hall turns out to be
President Obama and his wife?
They told me that Mr. Phillips was about to tell you on the phone that the blizzard had prevented the president and the first lady from an engagement uptown. But the line was disconnected. He told me to tell him to drop by and join you for dinner.
Oh, the president and his wife want to join us for dinner?
Now we're 14 again, Mom. Wasn't it nice of Patrick Phillips to send them in his place? Come to think of it, he's very cute. I might ask him to have coffee with me one of these days.
Thank God for the blizzard.
the end.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, our cast. As Oscar the Butler, Harvey Araujo. As Ana the Maid, Vanessa Vendaño. As the narrator, Giovanni Pineda. As Sabina Bow, Alice Arce. And as Mrs. Lillian Bow, Laura Aro. Thank you very much, and our next performance will be on March 27th at Cesar Chavez. We're performing Sleeping Beauty and Beauty and the Beast, so we hope to see you there.
Buy
Thank you.
tickets.
Yeah.